electrolytic cells with electrodes that can react, and how the electrodes themselves can take part in the process of electrolysis. Electroplating involves coating an object, a conductor, with a thin metallic layer. If electrodes are inert, they don't react. All reactions come about because of the electrolyte. If the electrodes are not inert, they can react. If inert carbon electrodes are used in the electrolysis of copper 2 sulfate solution, then only the electrolyte reacts. Positive ions present are hydrogen and copper. The copper is the least reactive of the two, and so copper is discharged at the negative cathode. We can see that our positive metallic copper ions will be attracted to and then discharged at the negative cathode. Sulfate ions and hydroxide ions from water are attracted to the positive anode. Hydroxide ions are the simplest, and so they are discharged. Here's my ionic equation. If copper electrodes are used in the electrolysis of aqueous copper 2 sulfate, then a different process happens because copper is not inert. The reaction is the same at the cathode, and copper is discharged. At the anode, the copper electrode reacts and goes into solution. This is used in the refining of copper. When copper is produced, it's unclean and contains many impurities. My impure copper produced in industry is used as the anode. We see that here, impure copper forming the positive anode. Copper ions are produced at the anode and go into solution. They are attracted to the negative cathode, where they accept electrons and become discharged. So, the impure anode slowly goes into solution, and pure copper gradually builds up on the cathode. My electrolyte in this case, aqueous copper 2 sulfate. Ions from the aqueous copper 2 sulfate become discharged at the negative cathode, but they are replaced by electrons produced at the positive anode. Impurities simply fall to the bottom of the container and are removed. The electroplating of metals. Electroplating adds a very thin layer of one metal onto another. Metal ions are positive and so are attracted to and discharged at the negative cathode. An object to be plated is used as the cathode. And here we can see that that object that must be plated has to be a conductor. It's carrying charge through into the electrolyte. The anode will be made of the same metal that is in the solution. The anode slowly dissolves to replace metal ions removed from the solution when the object gets electroplated. The major use of electroplating is economic. Silver-plated cutlery is much less expensive than silver cutlery. Car bumpers or car fenders made of chromium would be more expensive than most cars. The bumpers or fenders themselves are plated with a very thin layer of chromium. Metals that corrode easily can be protected by electroplating them with an inert metal. If we are electroplating, silver plating, a stainless steel spoon with silver, we would have the spoon as the cathode, silver as the anode, and a silver 1 nitrate solution. That's it. If you got anything out of that, please like, please subscribe to be informed of more content.